Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Crypto Revolution. Today, we are diving into one of the most groundbreaking developments in cryptocurrency history: Donald Trump's executive order to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve and the USA's evolving stance on digital assets. For years, the relationship between governments and cryptocurrency has been uncertain. Some have embraced it, while others have tried to regulate or even ban it. But now, under Trump's leadership, the United States is making a major shift. The US is officially recognizing Bitcoin as part of its national financial strategy. So what does this mean for the future of Bitcoin, the financial system, and crypto investors? Is this the beginning of a new era where Bitcoin becomes a reserve asset for governments? Let's break it all down. What is Trump's strategic Bitcoin reserve? On March 7th, 2025, President Donald Trump held the White House Digital Assets Summit, where he made a historic announcement: the creation of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. This means the United States government will officially hold Bitcoin as part of its financial assets, similar to how it holds gold reserves. But there's a catch. Unlike traditional reserve assets that governments buy, the U.S. government will not directly purchase Bitcoin with taxpayer money. Instead, this reserve will be funded by Bitcoin and other digital assets seized in criminal or civil asset forfeiture cases. This means that Bitcoin confiscated from illicit activities will now be stored instead of being auctioned off, as was done in the past. Why is this a big deal? The U.S. has never before recognized Bitcoin as a strategic asset. Until now, most governments viewed Bitcoin as a speculative investment or even a potential threat to traditional banking. But this move officially acknowledges Bitcoin as a legitimate financial tool with long-term value. There are a few key reasons why this is significant: legitimacy and institutional adoption. The U.S. is one of the largest economic powers in the world. If the government holds Bitcoin as part of its reserves, it sends a strong message to global investors, institutions, and even other countries. This could lead to increased institutional adoption, as companies and banks may follow the government's lead in recognizing Bitcoin as a valuable asset. A shift in U.S. crypto policy under previous administrations: the U.S. government had a more skeptical approach to cryptocurrency, with strict regulations and enforcement actions. Trump's declaration that the war on crypto is over signals a potential shift toward more pro-crypto policies, making the U.S. a friendlier environment for blockchain innovation. Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. Many Bitcoin supporters believe it is a store of value, similar to gold. By holding Bitcoin in reserves, the U.S. may be acknowledging its potential to hedge against economic downturns and inflation, especially as concerns about the dollar's stability continue. How much Bitcoin does the U.S. government own? According to recent reports, the U.S. government holds approximately 200,000 BTC, which is worth around $16.5 billion at current market prices. These holdings have been accumulated through law enforcement seizures from criminal cases, darknet markets, and other illegal activities. Previously, the government would auction off seized Bitcoin, but under Trump's new strategy, this Bitcoin will now be stored as part of the national reserve. This makes the U.S. government one of the largest institutional holders of Bitcoin and potentially a key player in its future price movements. Market reactions and investor sentiment. When Trump announced the strategic Bitcoin reserve, the crypto market reacted immediately. Bitcoin's price initially dropped by over 5%, falling below $82,000. Why? Many investors had expected the U.S. government to actively buy more Bitcoin, not just hold what it had seized. When it became clear that there were no plans to purchase Bitcoin with public funds, some traders took profits, leading to a short-term price drop. However, long-term investors see this move as a bullish signal because it solidifies Bitcoin's place in the global financial system. Over time, this could lead to greater price stability and higher valuations, especially if other governments follow suit. What does this mean for crypto investors? For Bitcoin and cryptocurrency investors, Trump's announcement has several major implications. Increased legitimacy equals higher adoption. With the U.S. government backing Bitcoin, more financial institutions and businesses may integrate Bitcoin into their portfolios and payment systems. This could lead to greater demand and long-term price appreciation. Regulatory changes ahead. While Trump's administration is signaling a more crypto-friendly stance, new regulations will likely follow. Investors should keep an eye on potential laws around taxation, crypto exchanges, and institutional investment frameworks. Other countries may follow if the US is holding Bitcoin in reserves. Other countries may consider similar strategies. This could lead to global government adoption, further increasing Bitcoin's long-term value. What about other cryptos like Ethereum and Pi Network? While the focus is on Bitcoin, Trump's executive order also mentions a U.S. digital asset stockpile, which includes other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum ET. This means that the government could also hold or manage other digital assets in the future. Pi Network, a growing cryptocurrency project, is also gaining traction. While it is not officially recognized in this policy, its development and potential future integration into financial systems remain a topic of interest for crypto investors. Final thoughts. The future of Bitcoin and the U.S. financial system. Trump's move to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve is a monumental moment in cryptocurrency history. For the first time, a major world power is recognizing Bitcoin as a reserve asset, bringing it closer to mainstream financial adoption. This raises important questions. Will the U.S. eventually buy Bitcoin with public funds? Could Bitcoin replace gold as a hedge against economic uncertainty? Will other governments follow the U.S. lead and start holding Bitcoin? While the short-term price reaction was mixed, the long-term impact of this decision could be huge for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Pi Network, and the entire crypto market. One thing is clear: the crypto revolution is here, and the U.S. is finally taking it seriously. Call to action. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Trump's Bitcoin strategy, hit that like button, subscribe to Crypto Revolution, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. What do you think about the U.S. government holding Bitcoin? Is this the beginning of a new financial era, or is there more to the story? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more crypto news, and as always, keep hodling.